This is exceptionally abbreviated, not like other years. So, greetings and salutations. As I mentioned to Connor on Christmas at the Lingonwoods, this letter was originally going to be, we had a really shitty year on Catalpa. Hope yours wasn't so bad. Talk to you next year. But then I thought about how much Mom loved to sit in one of John and Patty's overstuffed chairs and listen to her baby boy make fun of his brothers and sisters so much, while at the same time managing to let them know how much they were loved. And I figured that this tradition deserves at least a little something. Somehow, some way, we got from Mom and Dad this crazy mishmash of incredible pride in our talents and a pretty healthy appreciation for our shortcomings, all topped off with an ability to laugh at ourselves, at least most of the time. And while I could write an entire letter about the celebration of Mom's life, what with all the blasts from the past who came through the wake, I don't know about you, but I kept waiting for Agnes and Mrs. Cuffle to appear. And the giant green shamrock flower arrangement from the goose at St. Pius. The funeral procession that swung around Liberty Federal Bank, just like Mom would have wanted. And then there was Kathy scoping out eligible bachelors from her advantageous perch as a pallbearer.
You gotta take advantage of every time.
Uncle Bill claiming his rightful place in front of Uncle Michael as Mom's favorite, which was seconded by Uncle Mike's own children. The Peg Boys, Kiki in particular, sobbing like a couple of girly men. Paul getting all Southern Baptist Elijah in his fiery chariot. And Patty self-medicating herself into surprising eloquence.
Amen. Thank you, God.
Peggy suffering a blowout and delicately squeezing into the back seat of Bill and Elisa's Honda Civic with Ferdinand and Little Ferdinand. Amy forgetting to pay the musicians, the girls Irish dancing, Billy performing the pagan ritual of scotch on the grave, lunch at Francesca's, which unlike Liberty Federal, Mom really would have liked, and Danny rushing off to perform a wedding at a minor league baseball field. I could go on for ages, but to be honest, the spirit isn't completely in me. So rather than spend 20 minutes listening to barbs about how Kathleen has to keep an eye on Ryan's relationship with baby Chewy, or Xavier, whatever his name is, or Kevin's weirdly fascinating Euro trash gigolo fashion sense, or Maura's foray into the rustic wilds of Alabama and her fondness for the paddle, or Sarah's uncanny ability to tell the difference between legitimate children on the autism spectrum and those that are being little shits. And of course Michael's new job, where he does, well, even Michael's not sure. Let alone Becca's stint as Becca Blark campus cop. Or Big Bill's half-assed attempt to paint the basement ceiling. Yeah, close enough. Or Claire's expose of her nymphomaniacal roommate. Or Paul's one-man crusade against the Chicago Public Schools. Or Brendan's attempt to cripple Johnny Caproni during the Thanksgiving football game. I thought we could spend a few minutes appreciating just how much that ability to laugh at ourselves has kept us all from collapsing into sobbing puddles of goo. Besides our dazzling good looks, our incredible intelligence, and our ability to inspire and transform those less gifted than we, we also got some humility from Mom and Dad. Along with the humility came an almost prehistorically tribal sense of what it means to be a Flaherty on Catalpa. We've done a pretty good job of circling the wagons these last few months. We somehow found the wherewithal to laugh our way through packing up the old homestead, and we got to watch Dr. John's ravishing wife, Patty, channel Mom to her somewhat frenetic hosting of our first Christmas dinner away from the manor. But we are and always will be Flaherty's on Catalpa, and we look forward to checking in with all of you again next year. I promise that next year everyone will get their due. I'm sure we'll have lots to share about Christian and Ever's trip to Austria and how they made outfits out of the drapes. Maggie's latest foray into rowing on the Chicago River, which really gives me the willies. Or Joe and Danny's exploits on the gridiron, courtesy of Patty's video talents, complete with unbiased voiceover. And Hillary and Saul in India, and Jim in the Ukraine. Nothing like a relaxing sojourn in a combat zone.
They're our new helmet and cap.
I'm typing. And of course, I'm sure I will definitely have something to say about Tessa.
Run away.
Anyway, whether you are listening to this or reading it, whether you were born into it, married into it, or were adopted into it, you are part of our tribe. So until next year, may the grace that gives us strength, the grace of Catalpa Street, see you through the year with a smile. P.S. If you need a screwdriver, Johnny took them all. Peace, and Paul and the kids.